Let's do it.
Welcome to Wreck and Roll.
Welcome back to Wreck and Roll. Over here we have
Frenchie.
Over here we have, right after he takes a sip of coffee.
Joe.
And I'm Brian. So we are extremely lucky and thankful to have been given some Wave 2 Rise of the Combiners spoilers by Wizards of the Coast. So we're going to hit you guys up today with the first spoiler that we have ready for you guys. So today's first spoiler is going to be an action card. It is called Reckless Charge. It has an orange pip. If you check out Rarity down bottom, this is an uncommon. And the rules text here says one of your characters gets +4 attack value until the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, do 3 damage to it. Has a nice image right there of Hound looking pretty angry. Hound is, pretty pacifistic,
Maybe
but
saying hi to somebody.
in this case, angry. Me?
No, maybe saying hi to somebody.
Oh.
Hi.
Saying hi recklessly?
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. I've been in that situation before. So we want to take a little bit of time when we do these just to kind of talk with you guys about what we might use this with or, use it in. So we're going to hit Joe up first. And actually, maybe Joe, if you have multiple ideas, maybe you give an idea, toss to me, I do an idea.
Okay.
Go back here. Okay, so Joe.
I have a list of notes here.
We did our homework.
Obviously, the very first idea that came to my mind is if this character is getting 3 damage dealt to it at the end of the turn, who can we use multiple times in one turn? The very first idea that came to me was Mirage. If all of your opponents are tapped out, Mirage gets to attack, Mirage gets to attack again. That's 8 free damage for only 3 being dealt to Mirage, and Mirage has a good enough amount of health to deal with that +3 or 3 damage coming at him.
Mm-hmm. True.
So this might be a Cars thing right off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So an idea I had was actually going to be RC. RC is relatively low health. So, the 3 damage is not great on her, but either A, if she already has taken 2 damage, there's not much of a huge difference between an RC with 2 damage on her already as opposed to an RC with 5 damage on her. But to boost her up for, you're adding +4. She's at, base of 5 now, unblockable damage, not including a weapon you might have on her. Probably worth it, especially now that we see a lot of lower health characters in terms of the combiners being out there.
You're figuring she's on the way out the door already, so why not just go for it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Just because it's so easy to get her one shot.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Health point is a resource to manage, right? It's not something that you have to always keep at its highest. If you only have 4 health left and you can play regular charge on her, it's just that much that you can go on.
Mm-hmm.
French, any idea from you?
Not much. It's just like a card that is giving a lot of damages. The King of Action, Optimus Prime, right? When I tap him and gets the damages from Leap into Battle, it's great, right? Having 11 damage come right off the bat is just amazing. Now, Reckless Charge, it's actually +4, but Orange Pip 2.
+5.
It's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You got
So 13 with only 1 card. Oh my god. That's going to be some one-shot action here. So you play Regular Charge into Optimus, deck with Optimus, and then Leap into Battle, you are going to probably one-shot a lot of characters. Yes.
And then you can flip them next turn and grab it back from the scrap pile.
Oh.
And then data pad it right back on top for next attack.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Brian, back to you for ideas.
Okay, so I was looking into just thinking about Nemesis. Nemesis starts off with 7 in robot mode. He has a high health pool, 16. So even before you start to get him powered up by going through your entire deck, but even then, once you've gone through your entire deck, now you're sitting at 7 + 3, you're at 10 +4, 14 base, not including weapons. Seems also like a good spot to put it.
Yep.
I think right off the bat, before we even go to Wave 2 teams, the only team I could think of immediately is Wave 1 Bugs. I don't know if we will see any more Insecticons added. So with the current 4 team that there are, that's mainly the aggro team from Wave 1. Maybe Dinobots would want this. But Bugs, like you said back when RC, they're going to get one shot anyway. Who cares? Throw it onto someone like Kickback and do even more damage. Sure.
Yeah, and then it could also be a way early on to power up Ransack a little bit. keep him in bug mode.
Ooh.
Yes.
Give him, play this action on him. Now he won't get the 3 damage for that attack right there.
Yes.
But especially because your opponent wants to dance around Ransack, like this is a way to get damage onto him, which is a possibility. Especially if you can, I don't know.
Plan for ISF next turn, maybe?
Yeah,
That could be a thing, yes.
yeah, absolutely. Or if you have an ISF in hand and you have a bug that's about to get killed, throw this on him, kill him, bring him back, ISF, boom.
I like it.
Yep.
Next turn, of course, or next activation. You mentioned Dinobots, so as someone who's played Dinobots a decent amount, this card would make me nervous to play, only because
You have so much health on
Low health
Dinobots.
they're relatively low health, they're low defense, so, and you don't want to have like a ton of blue in there, so
Yeah.
it's dicey. On the flip side, though, throw this on Grimlock in a situation where you can bump up his attack a lot, power through, kill one character, splash damage to another character, especially now that we have the combiners, and like we said, low health on the individual members, low defense, could knock out 2 on 1 shot relatively easy. Could be worth the cost.
Take control of it, sure.
Yeah.
Having a lot of characters while playing this card is actually a way of downsizing the disadvantage, because you're going to have a lot of health to work with it, a lot of characters too. So yeah, playing a team with 5 characters in it is going to be like a plus to play regular charge, especially when the combiners have a low attack, right?
And that was kind of what I was going to build to, is this also could work with combiners, especially early on, before you can, the individual members, before you have a chance to get, some higher powered weapons out there and kind of build them up, just to kind of ping out to get some damage going, get that ball rolling is a possibility. And then also the combined mode itself, if you can get into that mode, we've seen Predaking has that 7 attack value, get him going at 11 with this action. If you've got that pool of 37 health and you have enough left over, it's not that big of a danger, especially if you can wipe out an opposing character.
I mean, do you want to have more grenade launcher? Here you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, we all know by now that grenade launcher is like pretty good. So even if it's like taking 3 damage back, and plus it's on an action card, so if you play grenade launcher with this, it's just like as good as grenade launcher and leap into battle, I guess. And you manage to kill someone while on the spot, it's just plenty good. So yeah.
Joe, next
Any other-
idea.
No, I thought he was going to do idea next. No.
I think he did combiners. I kind of piggybacked off that.
So yeah, I'm going to piggyback off combiners also. Like you said, they have the most amount of health, so them taking 3 is like, also Titans. Well, there will be eventually more Titans. Metroplex, it's hard enough to deal damage to them sometimes when you have to attack his minions. And I've seen plenty of games where it's like, I can't land damage on him because they're just keep plopping out, keep attacking, so I'm wasting all my attacks over here. He could swing back not only for a nice big tap down, but for a nice big attack, and it hurts twice as much now.
Yeah.
So I'll see about putting this in a Metroplex deck, maybe.
And then building off that idea, use it on one of the smaller guys, Scamper, or probably not Slammer because you're killing Slammer if you use it.
Better make it count.
Yeah, but I mean, in all honesty, if you're attacking with Slammer, there again is not much difference between a,
What is that
4
again,
health
Slammers?
Slammer,
3 health.
Is 3 half? What's the defenses and what's the attack?
3 defense,
Doesn't
3
matter.
attack. I think it's 3 across the board.
Well, yeah, but it's 3 damage on the turn. So if you're going to use this on Slammer, you better make sure this is a damn good attack, and it's going to kill somebody. In
Yeah,
play.
it's going
Yeah.
to 7 damages right off the bat is like pretty good.
Yeah.
But what I was building to is, use it on 6 gun or Scamper.
Right, because they're going to
Yeah.
They're going to get one shot
They're
anyway.
going- yes.
Whether they have 1 health left or whether they have, their entire health pool of, a maximum of 4, 5 on 6 gun,
Metroplex,
right? So I think on the little guys it could do some work, possibly. All right. So I piggybacked off you with Metroplex.
Back to you.
I don't have anything else.
Okay.
Back to you.
I was thinking about characters that have the ability to move damage counters from themselves to their target. Swoop kind of comes into mind. I know he doesn't see a ton of play, but that's a way to get some damage onto Swoop. The only downside is you have to be in robot mode, then flip to Dinobot mode, and robot mode is where he's vulnerable. He's got 0 defense. 10 health isn't a ton. I was hoping that you bring up an idea, so I'm going to hold off my second idea.
I'm just going to piggyback off you then. Slipstream, of course, obviously, and a whole bunch of jets.
That was my next one.
I was not thinking about that at all.
I didn't want to steal your thunder just in case.
But it's like bad enough as it is, like trying to get jets to do the damage. Like I want to build like blue jets, I want to build orange jets. This is telling me orange jets. If I'm loading up 3 damage on Slipstream already and I risk her getting punched in the mouth.
It's one thing. I mean,
I recently played with a Slipstream Thundercracker and some other characters in their team, and I wanted to use her ability, but I kept on not having damage on the jets, which was rough. This is a way to assure that damage and also punch through for a little bit more.
Yeah, but
and then Slipstream herself, only at 3 attack, isn't fantastic. 7 attack is significantly
it's
better.
more, yes.
Yeah.
And also, but then you're putting the damage at the end, so it's not going to trigger right away.
Right.
And
That's
you're
true.
open to 1 attack. I don't know. It's a little bit funky. I can see where you're going to with that, but yeah, it's strange.
Like this is really, really good late game when you know you will survive the 3 damage to yourself, but you know that +4 attack is
If it could end the
kill
game,
something
yeah.
important. Like,
Yes.
You do it, no problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I'm spent on ideas.
I have one more bad idea. I'm going to say it anyway. So, how about aggro tanks? So, they have low health pool.
Okay.
So, if you have Demolisher with Crushing Treads on
Okay.
the other side, it sounds like you're going to be trying a bold type deck. So, you'll get the 4 right off the bat, and the Crushing Treads will be 4. So, it's immediately Pierce 4.
Okay.
And then hopefully you're going to flip 6 more cards, and we'll have to see what other action cards come up to. Now, maybe there'll be a triple orange, double orange, 4 orange, 7 orange. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm going to push out that idea, but
Thanks.
yeah.
All right, Jay, you're
It's
done.
like- no, it's like it's low health, right? The defense is high, but it's only as good as you have blues in it. So,
Right.
I mean, if
So I
someone,
said aggro tanks.
yeah, I mean, if someone managed to break that down, I'd love it. That would be a great idea. But
True. Share the tank deck?
Everybody
Yeah,
wants
true.
to know.
we don't know.
And I guess maybe the last important note is that it does seem that healing is going to maybe start to be a little bit more important, possibly. Especially healing up your combiner team members. So maybe like the bad side of this won't be as bad if, next turn you know that you can heal back at least 1 or maybe more of it, depending how it goes. At least some of the healing cards do have an orange pip as well, so that could maybe synergize a little bit. But yeah, I think that's all of our thoughts on Reckless Charge. So we're going to end it here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put some comments in there. Subscribe because we may have some more stuff coming.